sincerity of their hearts, and you come in with your own shit. Because you couldn't make it right with your brothers, man. You couldn't make it fucking right with your brothers, man. So you got to make all kind of excuses. Oh, I feel this, oh, I feel that. Looking at what the next man's fucking doing. Why don't you look at yourself in the mirror, man? That's what we all supposed to do. We're all supposed to look in the mirror of ourselves. Because we're not perfect, man. We can't just point the fingers, oh, look what he's doing. No, we got to look at what we're doing. Because we're our worst enemy. And if we don't look at what we're doing, we're going to go the fuck off, man.
That's right.
That's why the Apostle Paul also said, examine yourself that you be in the faith. Whether you are reprobate or not, man. And the word reprobate means to be void of judgment. You're just doing shit off the whim, and you're not examining yourself. You're not judging things. You're just doing things because you feel like you want to do it. Man, fuck your feelings. We got to roll in the spirit, man. Go on, brother. I think it's verse 2, something like that.
Right, I'm trying to find it. Bear with me, Baba Kasha. John 12:2, and that's about Lazarus.
Try 14.
Right, John 2:14. And when Yahushua found a young ass, he sat on it. That's him going into Jerusalem. That's not it. How does it go?
Now it goes like this. It says, for what thing which is hidden shall...
Nothing in dark that should not be made manifest.
Right, that's the one right there.
I'll just find it.
It's got to be either Luke or... Let me see something real quick, man. But yeah, like I was saying, man, like I've seen this individual. I'm not gonna name his name. I don't have to. But I've seen this guy. You know, he had feelings. He had bad feelings towards certain men. And with those bad feelings he held in, everything just got worse and worse and worse. And he wound up believing and doing what he wanted to do because what was in his heart, all bottled in and shit like that.
I got one. It's similar, but it's not the actual one. But this is in Corinthians. Oh, you found it? Good. Yeah, I got one here. And then you can come to yours. Yeah. First Corinthians 4:5 says, "Therefore judge nothing before the time, until Yahweh come, who both will bring to light the hidden things of darkness,
right,
and will make manifest the counsel of the hearts."
And that's a good precept. That's actually better than the one that we're actually gonna read. They're all good scriptures. But this one hits more to the point. So let's rerun it again. Read that again.
First Corinthians 4:5 says, "Therefore judge nothing before the time, until Yahweh come, who both will bring to light the hidden things of darkness and will make manifest the counsel of the heart."
Yeah. So that's what we need to be mindful of, is the fact that the Most High is going to reveal what's really in your hearts in due time, man, through you. So you may be bottling up a certain feeling against somebody, but it's going to come out, man. Someone's going to see it. It's going to be seen. Like something that happened between, me and the brother, man. Me and the brother, which, he's teaching in Brixton. That situation came out, and certain men saw it. So what you need to do, man, what we all need to do as men of the Lord, we need to make sure that we have a right state of mind. And if there's a problem that we have between each other's brothers, we need to sort it out. Because if we don't sort it out, it's going to blow the fuck up like a C4 bomb. And everybody in the whole entire world of Israel is going to see it.
Come
on. Go on, brother.
Just the last bit says, "Then shall every man have praise of Yahweh."
Right.
Yeah.
That's all we need. Yeah. So let's read this now, brother.
I was in the wrong book. I was in John. So it's Luke 12:3. "Therefore, whatsoever ye have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light,
right,
and that which ye have spoken in the air, in closets, shall be proclaimed upon them housetops."
Yeah. So there's no hiding and seeking. You think you could just walk around hiding and seeking what you feel about something or somebody, but it's going to come out, man. It's going to come out. So the best thing to do is to not hold in anger. And that's something that a fool does. It says it in the book of Proverbs. A fool withholdeth anger.
Yeah.
Can't do that, man.
There's a bit more. There's a verse that I didn't read. It says, "For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and nothing hid that shall not be known."
Yeah. And we're in a time of revelation. We're in a time of everything being revealed. And you know what the proof of that is the fact that this Urim and the Thummim is taking over, man. The computer has taken over the world. Like we don't have. There was a time when we could just go to the library and find out certain information. Now the library is on your keyboards. All you gotta do is type, and if you want it, you can see it. Or it could even be things that you wasn't even aware of, and it comes to your sight.
Yeah.
Things are being revealed. People are being revealed, man. Women are being revealed. Men are being revealed. Everybody in this motherfucker is being revealed. So the little demonic shit that you got bubbled up inside, you think in the time of revelation, that shit ain't gonna come out, man? That shit's gonna come the fuck out. And the whole world is gonna see it, baby.
Precept.
Go on, brother.
Matthew 15 verse 16. Are you also yet without understanding? Do you not yet understand that whatsoever entereth in at the mouth goeth into the belly and is cast out of the drought? But those things which proceed out of the mouth come forth from the heart, and they defile the man.
As the scripture also says that comes to my mind, a man speaketh by the abundance of the treasures of his heart.
Yep.
So whatever you say, it's really what you're thinking. You have to think it first before you can say it. And then you have to think it continually, and then it just comes out. It comes out, man. And you know what, too, even so-called white people are being revealed as well on a whole different level to Jake. That's why a lot of Jake are waking up, and they have to wake up and say to themselves, man, we got to watch these Edomites. So everything's being revealed, man. So, I mean, like I said, how in the hell you going to bottle your feelings up towards another man, and you think you hiding and see, you thinking that certain men ain't going to see you. Certain men are going to see you, man, because we're spiritual men. We're not just some regular niggas in the world. You know, and certain guys, they'll just wait until you show yourself. And I'm one of them. I'm not going to be responsible like how I used to be when I had a lack of experience that I have right now.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to have mercy on you. I'm going to see if you could stand the test of time with what's going on with you. But I'm going to keep a solid eye, right? That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to just let you come out and let you be you. And I'm going to be proven to be correct. That's how we do it. Go on, brother.
So like I didn't mean to cut you, but allow the Spirit to reveal the things in its due time.
And that's what experienced brothers do. That's how we roll. We just, hey, you know, we'll look at you a certain way, but we'll have mercy at the same time because maybe you didn't mean to do that. But we're going to keep a side eye on you, man. If we suspect, if the Spirit of the Lord is telling us you got to watch this guy, then we'll watch you. But I'm not going to jump on you like my man, what's the dude's name? I'm watching from time to time, man. He blew up on YouTube. What's his name, man? Kwame Brown says, I'll jump you nigga like a trampoline. So I'm not gonna jump you like a trampoline. I'm gonna, I took his word, but I'm not gonna jump you like a trampoline. I'm gonna just wait until you show who you really are, and then I'll deal with it from there.
I got one for you.
Go on, brother.
Sirach 11 and 6. Many mighty men have been greatly disgraced, and the honourable delivered unto other men's hands.
Right.
Blame not before thou hast examined the truth.
Exactly.
Understand first and then rebuke.
Yeah, that's how we deal with things, man. I mean, scripture. And that's how I deal with things personally with certain, brothers and situations, what have you. I'm not gonna just be responsive to, oh, I saw you do something wrong. I'm gonna let it go, and I'm gonna examine the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I might, have a word with a couple of brothers to see why he did that or whatever. But if the brother explains himself and he's sincere and he gives it to me correctly, then, you got to just let it go. If he didn't mean to do it. Okay? And that's what brothers are supposed to do with each other. When you brothers offend one another, you're supposed to come to some grips of understanding. Right? And if you didn't mean to do it and it wasn't that much of a big deal, you just let it go. You meet each other in the middle. Go on, brother.
Answer 8. Sirach 11 and 8 says, answer not before thou hast heard the calls, neither interrupt men in the middle of their talk.
Right, because I'm not going to lie, man. I used to kind of be like that. Responsive when I see something. Can't be like that, man. Sometimes you just got to back the fuck up and fall back and just let it be as it may. Forgive the brother.
Yeah.
Go on,
Strive not in a matter that concerneth thee not, and sit not in judgment with sinners. Last one.
Strive not in the matter that doesn't concern you. That's another thing, and that's how people get caught up in criminal activity and wind up dying, getting shot. Because what happens is these individuals, the reason why people get a lot of the times, or half of the times, the reason why certain people get killed, because they go into other people's businesses that doesn't concern them, which is worthy of life and death any doggone way.
Yeah.
This is the kind of shit that happens every day.
Yep.
So the best thing to do is to mind your fucking business, man, and stop getting in people's business. Stop worrying about what the next man is doing or worrying about what these groups of guys are doing and worry about your fucking self, man.
If I may, I brought out one earlier. Aria heard me say it. It's like there's a saying in the world: learn how to wipe your own ass before you go digging around in other people's shit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a perfect statement. I like that.
Yeah, I think this is exactly the same thing what it's saying there in 10. My son, meddle not with many matters, for if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent.
Right, and you know, so I don't want to talk about this, really, to be honest with you. But again, the Spirit is bringing this all out. Go on.
It's coming from the scriptures. Be innocent, and if thou follow after thou, and if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain, neither shalt thou escape by fleeing.
And you just read into a key word: be innocent. So if there's a matter that doesn't concern you, you're supposed to fall. Even if it involves somebody that you know, but it's none of your business, don't delve into that. Because all you're gonna do is get yourself into trouble, get yourself, like Benjamin saying, I mix up.
Yep, con.
And guess what? Now you're in shit. So the best thing to be when there's certain situations going on that you do see, that you think you're seeing, or you may be seeing something, don't involve yourself in it because it doesn't concern you.
There's an example I knew from back in the world. One of my, I was in at that time. I was in the Christianity thing, yeah, which was good for me at that time. But her son was getting caught up in bad company. The Benjamin might say,
right.
My bad company, bad association, bad people. And he went to a trap house, right? And he told me from his own mouth, right? Because me and him used to talk. And he said that he went into a trap house, what they call crack houses today, right? And he was sitting down, and someone just come in with guns out, sticking guns out. Who are you? Who's who? They was looking for someone. Are you with them? He said, no, right? The Most High had mercy on him. The guy said, all right, you go next door. You go next door. And he just heard, bang, bang.
Yeah.
And he said he walked out the house. Somebody got it, man. He could have said, I'm with them. What's all this about? And try and be a part of it.
Yeah.
But the Most High ultimately the Most High made him say what was right. I'm nothing to do with them. He cowed out, and the Most High let him live that particular day. But it was a man that was very very curious about other people's business, badness.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's alive today, but that was something that he told me from his own mouth, man.
Yeah, you can't do that, man. And I mean, I'm even go as far as saying this. Now, I was in a situation, right? Something happened to me, right? This is when I was I was in the truth, right? I was kind of in the truth, but I wasn't in no camp. I was learning. So what happened was I was with my cousin, and I remember this like it was yesterday. This was something that probably like 10 years ago, some shit like that. So I was in my cousin's house, right? But I didn't know what he was up to. I didn't know the dealings that he was. I didn't know that he was involved in ill dealing, if you know what I mean, right? And I was there. Me and my uncle went up there to go, check on my cousin and everything. So we was there until the next day because we got there like real late. So we might as well just sleep over. So around 5:30 or some shit like that, we heard this noise, this screaming noise, banging on the door, screaming noise and everything like that. And what happened was my cousin, he was he got pretty much done in by the police, and the police took him out the yard and everything like that. And guess what? We all got arrested in that house just because we were in that
vicinity.
Exactly. So we got it. So the point I'm making is that you may be an individual that has nothing to do with the matter, but just by you being involved, you're also a part of it. You make yourself a prey to the situation. You know what I mean? But I don't even want to go into all of that. I'm gonna cut all of that. I'm gonna cut that part off. But I'm just saying the point that I'm making is you ain't supposed to get involved in businesses that doesn't concern you, man. Just fall back and play the innocent route. There's nothing wrong with being innocent. That's the best thing in the world, to be innocent. Okay, to be clean, to be white from all of these situations. That's bleak. Don't need to get involved in that. Yeah, so read that again, brother, real quick. One more time. And that's how people get put to death when they get involved in situations that has nothing to do with it, man.
I read.
Falls upon. Look at,
yeah.
If I may,
Go on,
look what happened to King David's friend Jonathan. King Saul was the one that was going off, right? He consulted with the witch of Endor and stuff.
Yeah.
But who got caught up in that when the judgment came? Jonathan. And Jonathan was righteous.
Yeah.
But because he was with his dad at that time, when the judgment came, he
They
got
fell
it too.
upon him too. There you go. Go on,
Sirach
brother.
11, the last one in 10. My son, meddle not with many matters, for if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent.
Thou shalt not be innocent. So the individual that you was talking about, John, he was an innocent. Even though he was righteous, he was an innocent. Go on, brother.
And if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain, neither shalt thou escape by fleeing.
Exactly. So you can't escape it. Once you get in trouble, you can't, oh, I didn't have nothing to do with it. You had something to do with it. And what makes it worse, because in some cases you got these kind of dudes that, because you have all kind of brothers that come in this thing, man. All kind of perverted, deranged in the membrane kind of men that come in this
Staying
thing.
in the membrane.
You know?
Yeah.
And they'll just talk all kind of shit. Wayward shit. And just making things up in their mind that's not actually there. And that's what makes it worse, because they'll make up a situation that didn't even actually happen. And they'll push that situation, this pseudo situation that never actually happened to other men, and telling other men, you see what happened, you see that, and they ain't seeing shit.
I got one
It's
for you.
just a figment of their imagination of what they're seeing. And then off of that, they get into fucking trouble, and they get fucked up. Go on, brother.
Sirach 8 and 3 says, strive not with a man that is full of tongue. Heap not wood upon his fire.
Can't.
In other words, you got to be careful of an individual that talks too much, because he could be talking shit. And sometimes that happens as well. Sometimes you could talk so much, right, and you want him talking shit.
Yeah.
It happens, man. Go on, brother.
Jest not with a rude man, lest thy ancestor be disgraced. Here's another one. Reproach not a man that is 6. Dishonor not a man in his old age, for even some of us wax old.
Can't.
Rejoice not over the greatest enemy being dead, but remember that we die all. Last one. Despise not the discourse of the wise, but acquaint thyself with thy proverbs, for of them thou shalt learn instruction and how.
And that's a good precept, because as we just read in Ephesians the 4th chapter, on how that there's one body, right?
That's right, yeah.
It's one discourse of the counsel of the righteous. So you want to be acquainted with these men. You don't want to disassociate from these men. And everybody in the body, everybody in the whole world of Israel knows that we have the truth. Even niggas that ain't even in Israel can see that we got the truth.
Yeah.
They can see it. So if they can see it, then sure enough, these other Negroes that's in these other camps damn sure can see that we got the truth. So if you're a brother that came in the Great Millstone, which is a beautiful camp, right, the first time, and you just go ahead and you do what you want to do, really the Lord ain't dealing with you. The Lord ain't fucking with you. I'm going to just put it straight. The Most High is not dealing with guys that come in this church, right, or they begin to follow the doctrine, and then all of a sudden they go way out into the abyss. The Lord ain't dealing with these kind of guys. They think that the Most High is dealing with them because they think they can just call on the name of the Lord and say double honors all day, but the Lord ain't fucking dealing with them. All right? Go on, brother.
Just to finish off.
Because I remember, man, Apostle Ricard, remember he said something like this, right? You got certain men that have left, but they have this demon on them. They have this
I'm still in the truth, demon.
that's it right there. So you got them kind of cats out there. They actually still believe they're in the truth. But in all reality, they're in the world.
Can't.
Go on, brother. Because if they were in the truth, they would do the things which is written in the scriptures. They would understand the program of Yahweh Shai. And what we was getting into earlier before, about, I'll say 20, 30 minutes in, was the gathering.
Can't.
So if you're an individual that come in the camp and you causing discourse amongst the brotherhood, guess what? You was never really in the truth. You was just a nigga in the world that came among the brethren that was really in the truth to basically bring forth your demonic bullshit. Just so you can go back to where you came from originally. That's all it is. And then eventually preserved unto, destruction.
Can't.
Go on, brother.
Precept.
Let me just end off
Go
with
ahead.
this. Learn instruction and how to serve great men with ease.
Right.
Miss not the discourse of the elders, for they also learn of their fathers, and of them thou shalt learn understanding, and to give answers as need requireth.
Exactly. It says not to dismiss the discourse of the elders, because they were taught of their fathers. So there's certain men that you tell them, you know, as a camp leader or even a brother that's second in command or whatever, and you tell this man, yo, like, you ain't gotta, it ain't even that deep, brother. Like, just calm down, relax. Like, be easy. Keep it safe. And they still go, they go above and beyond that order which was given to them. They're in violation of that. They're in violation of that, and they decide to discourse or to avoid the the counsel of the elders, which were told of their fathers. So that's what we all have to do. We all have to take heed. I have to take heed to my heads. There's heads over me, and as well as there's heads over my heads. And we all grow. We all grow together. We're all unified. We're all a body. So if something's going on at the very top, we gotta correspond. We're all a body, just like the organisms in your body. All of your organisms in your body correspond to the top organism, which is your brain, right? And you have two parts of your brain. You have the conscious, which is responsible for doing things manually, and then you have the subconscious mind, which is responsible for doing things automatically in your body that you're not aware of, like the breathing, your heart beating, and all of this extra stuff. Okay, and the body delivering out of its the toxins out of your body coming out of it. Your subconscious mind is responsible for that. When you take a shit, your subconscious mind is responsible for that. Okay, so all of the organisms in the body correspond with what the brain tells them to do. And you have all of your neurons and your nerves, which that's basically the same thing. Your neurons, it's all connected. The body works together in connection. So that's how we're supposed to be as men of Yahweh Shai. We're not supposed to go against